Who knows what evil lurks in the heart of games? The Shadows knows.
Hi, I'm the Shadows Knows, and I'm back with another Commodore 64 budget game. Tonight I'm going to play the game New York City from Americana Software, and I think it is a re-release from Synapse, and it comes with Nova Load. Don't think I had that before. And I think I stopped in the last video where I got my Amiga 500, and I said that it was not worth all the effort I made to get it in that early. It was worth getting an Amiga 500, no doubt about that, but especially in the beginning it was quite hard to get any pirated software for it. So also the floppy disks were horribly expensive. I remember that I paid I think 50 German marks for my first 10 pack of 3.5-inch double-sided Sony discs, and yeah, that was very expensive. I mean, the last C64 5.25-inch discs I bought were less than 10 marks for a 10 pack, and those were Commodore branded discs. And yeah, and you rarely could fit more than one game on an Amiga disc. So yeah, having an Amiga was horribly expensive. Also, you could buy a Mastertronic or a Codemaster, any budget game for the C64 for 10 or 15 German marks, and the budget games on the Amiga were like 30 or 40 marks, and they were pretty crappy. I think I've played a couple of those Kingsoft and Anko games on the Amiga on my channel, so yeah, they were not utilizing the amazing hardware the Amiga had. It got better a year later or so when I made my connections in the Amiga sector, but in the beginning having an Amiga was it was plagued by lazy ST ports. So you got games for the Amiga like, a good example is Whizball. Whizball was absolutely amazing on the Commodore 64. It was super fluent, had great music, great sound, and on the Amiga it was quite jerky, and the sound effects were inappropriate, is probably the correct word for this. They sounded like they sampled them from a drum machine. So yeah. Nebulous was also one of the early Amiga games that I had. It was better than Whizball, but not quite as good as the Commodore 64 version. So yeah, Marble Madness was cool, Test Drive was cool on the Amiga. Of course, Defender of the Crown was amazing on the Amiga. But there were quite a few lazy ST turds that we had to endure, and it was quite often that the crack throw looked and sounded much better than the actual game that came behind the crack throw. So yeah, the early Amiga years were not that great, but oh, and this looks a little bit old-fashioned. I think I'm dead. And I have no clue what I'm supposed to do in this game. Okay, now I'm a pedestrian. Yeah, this looks very old-fashioned for a game released in 1985, I think. No, 86, I think this re-release is from. And there are a lot of crashes in this city, presumably New York City. So where am I supposed to go? Where am I supposed to go? And I remember that the games from Synapse were pretty good. Post office. Maybe I can send a letter to someone who tells me it's closed. Of course it's closed, it's a post office. They're always closed when ordinary working people want to go there. Not only in America. Scrolling is pretty jerky. Which I always find pretty amazing how they manage to do jerky scrolling on the C64. What's that? Oh, it's the subway. Yeah, New York City is pretty dangerous. No, I don't think that's a terribly good game. Can I get into the subway? No. The subway runs over me. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, I don't think this is a great game. So, what am I supposed to do? Or do I have to pick this thing up and then get into the subway? The colors are also horrible. This is my final try. I'm out of cash. That's great, because I did not want to play this any longer anyways. So yeah, that was New York City. Not a great game, not even for the price. They asked $2.99 for it. Definitely not worth that. Except maybe I missed a lot, but this game feels very outdated for 1986. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and thanks for watching.